Is an extraordinary life a choice? Is it given? Or do you make it and pay it forward? The book today is The Extraordinary Life of Sam Hale by Robert Dugoni. And to me, this is not just a book, it is like a roadmap for underdogs and the advocates that take care of the underdogs. So if you love an underdog story, this one is for you. So I believe that every book deserves a cocktail to be matched to it. And I have chosen what I call the Unforgettable Red. It is a pomegranate margarita. The recipe is going to be down in the description. So if you are interested in cocktails and making cocktails at home and reading them or drinking them while you read a book, this is the one for you. Mm-hmm. So Robert Dugoni wrote this book, and it is so interesting because the main character Sam, has a eye. I don't know if you would call it a disease or a disability. His mother certainly did not think of it as a disability, but his pupils are red. And so, the beginning of the book, when the father sees Sam, he's like, "What in the Sam hell?" And so that kind of sets the tone of the parents to me. The mother is just, Maddie, is just absolutely the greatest thing. And she doesn't look at his eyes as a disability, but it's God's will. And Sam's going to live an extraordinary life. And throughout the book, she talks about God's will. She talks about how Sam is born to lead an extraordinary life. And so she's always saying that to him. She's always trying to use lessons in his life to prove that he is going to live an extraordinary life. So when he goes to school, the kids pick up on his eyes, and they start calling him Devil Boy and Sam Hill. His name was Sam Hill, and so it was easy to, as you know, kids pick up on things like that, and so they call him Sam Hill or Hell Boy or Devil Boy. And so he is bullied by this one guy or child, and he it's interesting because the mom just does not let anything stand in his way. And so she is a force to be reckoned with. And the dad, on the other hand, is I wouldn't say very passive, but he's passive, and he's kind of like, well, kids will be kids, and Sam's kind of got to learn to, find his own way. And it is just very interesting how the mother is just honed in on it, and she expects a lot of things, and maybe that's because he's an only child, and she just really sets him up, and I just love the mother so much. But anyway, so then he goes to school and he gets bullied and he doesn't have any friends, but he makes a friend, and that friend also has, and we're going to say, his friend has his own red eyes. And so they become this beautiful, great friendship, and they play off of each other. And then there's also another character that is introduced, and her name is Mickey. And if the mom and Mickey could be mirrored each other, it's them. It's Mickey is a bulldog in a different sense that Maddie is. Maddie says, you're going to live this extraordinary life. And Mickey, on the other hand, points out things to him that Maddie doesn't see about his red eyes. And she doesn't give him any excuses. But then again, Mickey has her own red eyes and her problems. And so it's just really interesting how all of these red eye things keep popping up. And so you go through his life, and um, there's a situation that happens, and he, well, first of all, he ends up being an optometrist, and so he uses his red eyes to become a very good doctor. And something happens, and so he goes to a third world country to use his talents in the eye. He uses his talents, or as Maddie would say, his God-given talents. It's God's will. It's his extraordinary life. And so he goes to this third world country, and over the years he's worn contacts, and so he's kind of put his red eyes away, and he finds a child with red eyes, and so here he is. He's got this, what I would call superpower, because he now finds someone else that he can relate to and show to them that his life could be extraordinary. So again, it brings up the question, what is an extraordinary life? Was Sam's life extraordinary because Maddie willed it and she just kept on and kept on saying that he would live an extraordinary life? Or was it given to him because of his red eyes and making an extraordinary life? Or was it because he chose to use his red eyes to become the best doctor and then help other children that had this eye situation and reach out to them and show them, just because you have this disability or you have this doesn't mean that you're less than, or you don't want to let a bully you. I had the privilege to host a book event, and it's called Lit at the Paddle, and we went over this book. This was the book that was chosen, and so the question was brought to the group: what makes an extraordinary life? And there was 39 people there, and the 39 out of the consensus was, you can have things that you think makes extraordinary life, but if you don't get to share it with others and make an impact in other people's lives, that's sad. We all want to feel like that we are giving back, or we pay it forward. We're paying what we have learned or what we have been given in our lives to help share lessons and share things, whether it is financial or spiritual, or a disability, and how we were able to get through life. And so that's what I feel like makes an extraordinary life. So my question to you is, what do you think an extraordinary life is? And who would want to read this book? Who is the niche for this book? I would say anyone that loves to show emotion or have emotion in a book. This book's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry. It's going to make you throw the book down and be so angry at Sam and at the bullies, and it's going to make you angry at the mom and how she was such a bully, and Mickey, oh my goodness, and Ernie, and there's so many different characters in this book, and they all make you laugh and cry and make you nostalgic. And so anybody that wonders what a extraordinary life looks like, would want to read this book. Well, I'm asking you the question, what has made your life extraordinary? And share it with me. I hope you'll join me every Wednesday for a different book and a different cocktail. So, cheers to an extraordinary life.